Guru Mata, I've been struggling. Everyone says the ego is the enemy. I've been trying to kill it, suppress it, control it, but the more I fight, the stronger it feels.
Then you have already learned your first lesson, Arav. Whatever you fight within yourself only becomes stronger. What you resist will persist. What you suppress will eventually oppress. This is an inescapable law. Inner battles do not create freedom, they create emotional fatigue, guilt, and a mind at war with itself.
But isn't ego the problem? Greed, anger, desire, pride, aren't these enemies of spiritual life?
The problem is not that these arise. The problem is that you call them enemy. When you shout at the mind shouts louder. When you reject your impulses, they return disguised. When you fear the ego, it comes back wearing spiritual clothes.
Spiritual clothes?
The ego forces itself into perfect meditation posture, speak in humble tones, wear simple holy clothes, quote scriptures, offer advice from imagined spiritual heights with complicated terms, and act pure. That's how the spiritual ego is born. Earlier, it wanted applause for worldly achievements, now it wants applause for purity and enlightenment. It performs holiness just to be seen. But being truly spiritual is simply being natural, without any mask of individuality or need for validation. Not trying to be extraordinary, just allowing oneself to be an ordinary human being. When spirituality is real, the spiritual person cannot coexist with it. The absence of the person becomes the presence of being spiritual, the very essence of spirituality.